stutter just there. What the fuck is that? This is going to win my race because I'm going to come through this last turn here, and here we go again. Back nearly has me off the track, and the rider behind me, there you go, John, nearly went straight into me. This is going to win my race, isn't it? I don't know what that was. It's like in practice I had another issue, which I think is a separate issue, whereby engine completely cut, no power at all, by the pit lane, pulled in, bike fired up, first time straight away, second time after about 5 minutes or so. But this is different. It's like, it's a complete cut, no traction light, nothing. What I have to do, and I haven't done it, is I haven't plugged in my little reader, see if there's any error codes. There's no error codes on the screen, nothing, but it ends my race. And that's not the end of the world, right? I've had a pretty poor weekend, you'd say. I got knocked off in race 1, then race 2 I've had this technical, and but I stripped the bike, right? I thought maybe it's fuel starvation because I've got a fuel pipe in there or whatever, and had a look at it, nothing, put it back together, and in race 3 it was a wet race and it got red flagged. I didn't even manage a lap, but this issue happened after like about 8 or 9 laps. If anyone's seen it before and you can help and you're like, it's this, that's cool, I suspect it's linked with the 23 electronics update, and now it's a requirement for the bike, if you change the gearing by a certain amount, which obviously I have, that the dealer needs to log into it and make some change. So maybe I'm too far away from the original parameter, and the electronics on the 23 bike don't allow that, which is fucking bullshit. And in the manual for the 2023 bikes, it says if you go to these gearings, you invalidate the warranty. Like, you're just doing a gearing change. What planet is Ducati on that's like, you're not allowed to do it? Don't change your gearing, we're going to invalidate the warranty. It's like, okay, mate. And it's painful as well. The Honda's like that, I believe. Like, if you don't use the gearing, all the traction control stops working, and you have to go to the dealer for the same thing, or change to the kit ECU or something. So it's just the way these bikes are going, isn't it? So anyway, that's, sorry to spoil that if anyone's going to watch the whole race, but the whole race to follow, quite that different camera angle. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. And I've got a different camera I'm going to try out at the next round. It's one of those 360 cameras, but they're quite hard work to use, and they use a lot of data and all that kind of exciting stuff. Anyway, here's the race to follow. It was quite enjoyable, quite good fun until the technical, and didn't get knocked off, didn't knock anyone else off, so happy days, right? Here we go, starting from the back. There's Connor. I don't know why he's ahead of me. I qualified ahead of him in the last race and he knocked me off. Anyway, we're off. We've got a good launch. I'm so happy with the clutch on the Ducati now. There goes Bob Collins for the win. Mate, obviously everybody knows Bob, what a legend. I was hoping to follow him this race, but he's gone. So let's see what happens there. Connor's gone wide there. It's the normal bum fight at the beginning of a race. It's good fun, to be fair. Just back on the bike and racing, and there's Connor's got back ahead of me, but it doesn't matter. Let's just crack on. We just really, what we're trying to do is get a lap time in, so that Bob's got held up there somehow. But he's held up Connor. We're gonna have a run back at them here. Looks like it. I've got back up the inside of them. I think that's fucking mega. And I'll try and go up here. Sigsy's gonna cut my nose right off. That was tight, wasn't it? That gives Connor and Bob the opportunity back. Connor, Bob, and I. Bob was probably the fastest in reality. All three of us are going to be pretty quick from the back, and it should be a good fun race for all three of us. I've managed to get back ahead of them here. It's just get your head down, isn't it? It's a bit wild, a bit crazy the first few laps, because you know as well, you have to fucking go. If you don't get through, you are fucked. You're just going to be at the back. You're not going to get a good lap time, and you're not going to start near the front of the next race, which is really now my goal, starting from the back. I'm not going to get a good finish for me, or what I was hoping for this weekend. And everybody's still a good rider, right? All these guys are great. This is Lewis in front of me. That was my phone. That's Lewis. That's my old bike. That's my Beamer S1000. It's so nice to see it on the track there. Lewis loving it. Yeah, that was mega. Let's now watch a bit more racing. By the way, if you watch to the end, after my little, after the credit thing comes up at the end, my little skull, I've got the rear view of the start of the race, so you see Bob and couldn't light stuff like that. That's a pretty cool angle too. At the time, that white bike, the white R1, we just passed it in an instant. That's Luke Dixon. Luke Dixon is rapid. He was on pole here last year, Bemsey in the 29s. So that is a pretty hefty scout for me to get. Just going to try and catch up to those boys ahead of me now. A bit of clear track. It's pretty cool. I think we might get up to the battle for 7th. Not saying we get 7th, but we get into the battle for 7th. The bike is not handling perfectly. But, you know, let's crack on. This is it. This is the battle for 7th. And this might, if you watch all of this, I don't know what happens. I've pulled this group in nicely, and then I'm just going to struggle. John, who you see in virtually every video I do, the wily old fox, is just so hard to pass. He's a really good rider. He's very experienced. He's quick around here too in the 31s, right? And he's quick. I'm quicker over a lap, but to get past him, I'm really struggling. So now this is going to be just painful for me. And you see it in racing when you watch on TV, like someone will catch a group, just can't get past them. What is going on? I don't know. And if you don't get past immediately, you're done basically, because you get locked in the back of them. So here we go. And you know, people are now going to catch me and get past me. That's going to be the story of my race until the opening scene of the this little bit section.